Hello, everybody, and welcome to our webinar where we will going to discuss becoming an email and SMS marketing pro. In case you haven't met us before, my name is Omri, and I'm the customer success manager here at Visita. With me is Ronnie Green. She's the director of product marketing, and she'll be doing most of the talking in this webinar. With us is also Shelly Bonho. She's the VP of product management, and she'll be answering some Q&A questions later on. Now, I'm often asked, what's so special about VCTA campaigns and how do they differentiate themselves from other email marketing platforms?
Hi everyone, this is Ronnie speaking. It's really nice to have you all here. That's a good question, Amri, to start with. Well, I have to say we planned and designed the campaign module to be a really simple, effective tool to promote your services in a way that'll help drive more business and bookings and obviously revenue from your clients. And first things first, we wanted it to be really, really easy, so we kept it simple and straightforward with a ready-made layout, so you can really create and send a campaign in minutes, and that's not just a slogan. Now, Visita campaigns are all about getting clients to interact with your business, and that's why they're focused and built around a specific call to action, which could be booking an appointment, paying for a service, sharing a document, and so on. For each campaign, you're going to be able to track real business results in real time. And that includes delivery stats like click rates, open rates, but also actual client actions, like how many clients booked the appointment. Now, Visita campaigns include both email and SMS text messages, so that allows you to kind of combine these two delivery channels to interact with your clients in the most effective manner. Now, these campaigns are 100% mobile friendly, and that means that there's a responsive layout, it looks great on any device, so your clients are going to get the best experience whether they're on desktop or mobile. And you, of course, can create, send, and track your campaigns even when you're on the go from Visita's Apple and Android mobile app.
So, assuming I want to start creating a campaign, I want to make it a good one. Can you tell me what makes a successful campaign?
Great. Let's talk about that for a bit. We're going to go over some questions that I think you guys should ask yourself when you go about creating a campaign, and then we're going to go ahead and take a look at some real-life examples from Visita users. So the first thing I think you should ask yourself when approaching a new campaign is, what is it that I want to promote? Really understand why you're sending this campaign in the first place. And that's what you want to achieve and what would be considered a success for you. So maybe you want to promote a free phone consult to kind of bring back inactive clients or maybe appeal to new leads. Maybe it's a paid appointment or service that you offer or a class you're holding. A campaign can be an announcement for a new service that you've just introduced or a seasonal promotion. Maybe you want to ask clients to send over documents for their annual review. Now, these are all scheduling, payment, and document sharing Visita-based examples, but you can, of course, send clients somewhere outside of Visita, like maybe a professional article or a blog post that you published, or maybe a survey that you want them to take. So we wanted to know what type of email campaigns you guys already do. So we ran this little poll on our Facebook group, and here are the results. So as you can see, booking an appointment is right there at the top, and then a call to action to read a blog post, requests for reviews and testimonials, new service announcements, and then there's a long tail of other types of calls to action. And by the way, if you're not a member yet, please do join us. This group is called New Visita Features, and we would really love to have you there. We have a lot of interesting discussions, so you're very, very invited. The next thing I think is really important to ask is, what's my target audience? Is it your VIP clients? Is it new leads that contacted you through your website widget? Maybe returning clients. It can be inactive clients that you haven't heard from in a while, or maybe you want to target clients that live in a specific area. So the possibilities are pretty much endless. And many of them are very professional specific. So, for example, a nutritionist can target clients based on their nutritional preference or their current diet plan. Now, in planning a campaign, you also want to ask yourself, where do you want to reach your clients? Do you plan to send the campaign via email? Keep in mind that you never know if clients will open it on their desktop or on their mobile device. Maybe you want to do some SMS marketing. Maybe both. Obviously, both channels have their advantages, and you'll need to figure out what the right combination for you is. So let's take a look at some real-life examples and get inspired by campaigns that were recently sent by Vita users. Omri and I took the liberty to kind of collect some of them for you, and we want to go over them and really see what makes them, in our opinion, good campaigns. Great. So let's take a look at these examples. What do you think of this first one, Omri?
I really like this campaign. It's very short and to the point. The information is very clear here. Also, the campaign builder explains to the client exactly what they're expecting to go through the entire process before scheduling their appointment, which is really convenient and informative.
Yeah, I really like that as well. You really know what to expect. It's short, very visual. They actually used one of the images in the stock gallery that's included in the campaign module. So this is a really nice example. Let's go ahead and take a look at some more. How about this one? It's by an advertising agency. What do you think of this one?
Well, I think it's very clear that this is done by an advertising agency. You can tell that there's urgency in the copy. The "see you soon" is very important there. And also, I like that you see that the limited spaces are available. That's also a cause for urgency. And that the details of the webinar and the seminar are very clearly visible. The date and time, and claim your spot here is a great button to put there.
Yeah, definitely. And they do stress that it's a free offering. It's a free webinar, no hidden costs. And I think it's really actionable. They have a lot of like discover how we gained hundreds of direct customers. Claim your spot here. It's very action oriented. So I really like that. How about this one? This one is a bit different.
Yeah, first of all, it's clear to see that this specific campaign was made by somebody who claims to be from a more professional service. This one is from a doctor. And one of the main things in such campaigns is that you want to establish a sort of trust with your client. What this person did to establish this trust is linked to a blog post or an article that has more information for the client with which to make a more informed decision. In addition, there's a lot of text here, but it's not overwhelming, and it's a very good call to action there.
Yeah, the professional reference I think is really good, especially for this type of service-based business. And another thing that I really like here is that they've added a kind of a little reminder as to who they are and what you do. I think that gives, in addition to the credibility with the blog post, that does give a bit more information if this email is targeting new leads or maybe older clients. Let's take a look at this one. This one is a bit longer, but I think that they did a really good job with kind of the text layout, and they give it really good hierarchy. They have a very short, clear title, and it's seasonal. The whole email is actually a seasonal offer, and they did split it into three different sections. I like what they did here with the bullets. It's very detailed, but it's not that hard to read.
I agree. I think that the bullet points are a great use of a text spot that doesn't look too cluttered, and it's a really good way of conveying the different services that this specific campaign is offering. I also like that there's the special offer where you get a $50 worth of garden hose, which is a really nice giveaway, good for conversion.
Yeah, really nice addition. I really like this one. I think it could be a real challenge to create those kind of a bit longer emails, and they did a really good job here. And I actually remember this email had really high conversion rates. Let's see some more. Oh, here's one for a workshop.
Yeah, this one is a really funny one. I liked it, especially because of the no kidding part on April 1st. That could throw some people off.
I loved it. You know, there's a lot of things that I think they did really really smart here. First of all, they did use large font at the top and two colors and typefaces, and that really gives you an option to skim the email and read the most important points straight up the top. And then if you're interested and intrigued, you can go on to read more, and they actually have a quote there below below the date and time, which is really cool, I think. Another thing that I see here is that they've mentioned the price. The price for this workshop is $95, and their button actually says pay. So it's very clear for the recipient what to expect is going to happen when they click and they book the workshop, and they actually pay for it online as well. They also added their own image, which looks really good with the text. I like the purple and blue shades together. Let's see some more. So this one is yeah, me too, me too. What did you like about this one?
I really like this one in the pun sense of the word. Mamas come make new breast friends for a breastfeeding support group. That's priceless.
Yeah, that was funny.
Um, I also like that all of the information is very clearly visible. This is a very big selling point for me, at least. You can tell all the information there. The button itself is join us on Facebook, which is an action that's not usually taken here, which is nice.
Yeah, and then below that, that picture is amazing. It adds such a personal touch. And, you know, if you have photos of your events, your workshops, your clinic or office, or, you know, anything that's real life and not kind of iStock images, it really gives credibility. It adds a flavor that no stock image can achieve, I think. And this one is really, really cool. I could really relate to this as a mom. Let's see one last example. Another short one. I really like this one. Very bright, colorful. I love those shades. I love the really in the title. It's really short. I think this one stood out probably to me personally because of the last sentence. So they're saying, you know, space is limited, reserve your spot now, but if this is not for you, pass it along to your family and friends. I love that. Isn't that really smart?
Yeah, it's great because essentially what it does is that it conveys the act of marketing to people who receive this campaign. If they see that it's a good deal but it's not relevant for them, they can just send it on. It's as easy as hitting forward, and that's what they do.
Yeah, I love that. That's actually, I think, the first time I saw something like that in a marketing email, and I receive a lot of marketing emails. So definitely a nice thing to try. So now that we've seen all these examples, let's go on and take a step-by-step tutorial of how to actually create and send a campaign. I do want to take this chance to remind you guys that you can still send us questions. We're collecting them both for the live Q&A at the end, but we also have three people sitting right next to me and ready to answer you via live chat. So don't be afraid to bombard us. Go ahead. We're here. I'm going to go ahead and continue with the tutorial. And for that, I'm going to use Jane Andrews' account. She's a nutritional consultant, and she holds both private sessions and group events. And what she has planned for her campaign today is promoting her upcoming vegan cooking workshop. So Jane enters the campaign page, and that's the little target icon on the main menu on the left, and then she clicks New Campaign on the top left. She then enters a name for her campaign, and this name is completely internal. It's not visible to clients in any way, so don't worry about it. Just type in something that would be easy to remember by. And then she selects what action she actually wants clients to take. So in this case, she has a workshop she wants to promote, so that's a scheduling type of action. So she selects schedule from this drop-down menu. Now the system is going to let you choose if you want to send clients to your complete online service menu and let them choose which service they want to book. But you could also pre-select a specific service that you want to promote with your campaign. And that's what we're going to do in our case, because Jane wants clients to register for a specific planned workshop. So she hits select upcoming event, and then she scrolls down and chooses the vegan Thanksgiving workshop from the drop-down. So there we go. Let's go ahead and click create. And here's where we enter the content of our campaign. Now before you guys hit the keyboard and start typing, you should take a minute and really think about how you can make the message more compelling. So a few tips from us. The first thing you want to do is make your text actionable. It's always recommended. Try to use a lot of verbs to kind of prompt your clients to actually do something and not be passive when they're reading this email. And focus on a unique proposition. It's really important to keep your message short and to the point, not to include too much content because some clients won't be able to process it. And another thing is that you're kind of quote-unquote meeting someone inside their inbox and not in person. So that should be your tone and your approach when writing this email. So if you're targeting new leads or older clients, another good idea would be to include a small reminder as to who you are, what you do. Nothing too long, maybe just one short sentence. That could go a long way. And I think another thing that we did see in a lot of the examples before was creating a sense of urgency. You want to drive clients to do something now. You don't want them to be like, oh yeah, that's nice, and close their email. You want them to click, you want them to book the appointment, and in our case, register for the workshop. So mentioning space is limited, or maybe that this is a today-only offer, that's really good best practice. And this would also be a good time to start thinking about an engaging subject line, which you would need to enter later on. So the campaign layout, or what we call template, is designed in a way that's going to look good with any content you put in, but you know, some design tips are always useful. So it's really important to stay true to your brand's look and feel, and that's true in any marketing activity you do, including campaigns, of course. So if your website and other marketing materials consists of, I don't know, green shades and illustrational icons, use those graphical elements in your campaign as well. If your visual language consists of funny stock photos, your campaign should also reflect that tone. It's just a matter of consistency, and that's going to help clients recognize you and remember you by, and that's something I think is a good kind of best practice, not only for campaigns, but for all your marketing activity. Another important thing that's going to make your campaigns more easy to read and digest is hierarchy, and we saw one really good example for that before. So giving your content hierarchy can be achieved by using titles, bullets, font colors, font sizes, but don't overdo it. We do recommend using between 2 to 3 typefaces and colors max because you do want to keep it professional looking. Last but not least, an image is also a very important element in your campaign. So make sure you add a relevant image that really contributes to and complements your message. Let's go ahead and take those tips and create our campaign. So here we've entered our text, a kind of short, empowering title, a call to action to join the workshop, all the details about the where and when, including the host, the cost, etc., and some usage of colors, bold, italic, making it really easy to either skim and find the information you're looking for or read it word by word. And the button text, save your spot now. Now let's go ahead and add an image. So click the little icon down here, the little pencil, and then you can either choose your visual from the built-in image gallery, that we have for you here or upload your own image, if you hit select from gallery, you see all these different stock images that we've compiled, and they're organized into categories and really easy to find something relevant. For our use case, let's go ahead and upload our own image from the last workshop. There it is, and our campaign is ready. So before you hit send, now is the time to review your content. Make sure there aren't any typos. You won't believe how many of those I see. Make sure there aren't any broken links. I think sending an email test, a test email, sorry, to yourself is really crucial. You want to see firsthand what it looks like, and probably from your desktop and mobile, both of them, and try to read it like you're a client. See if you've managed to convince yourself. You can also send the test email to one of your staff members or maybe a friend, just someone who can provide a fresh eye. That's always good. Make sure that your main point is above the fold and that reading the message doesn't really entail too much scrolling. Let's go ahead and hit send. And now would be the time to select what our delivery channel is. That could be either email or text message. So for our case, let's go for email. This is where we enter our subject line, which is an important element in our email. For this one, we're going to go ahead and enter "Rock this Thanksgiving meal, vegan style." Some people actually say that the subject line is the most important element of an email because it's what makes your client open or ignore the email. Remember that some people are going to see this on their desktop, some will see it on their mobile. People don't have that much attentiveness, and they don't want to read long sentences, so your subject line should really be short and to the point. So we recommend using up to 7 words. That's definitely a challenge to make those words intriguing, compelling, but also be relevant to the email's content. Let's go ahead and hit continue. And now we select the campaign recipients. Since this campaign is meant for vegan clients because it's an invitation to register for a vegan Thanksgiving cooking workshop, we're going to go ahead and enter the search term vegan in our search box. And here we can view all our vegan clients and then hit select all. Before we send the campaign, the system displays kind of like a short summary for us to review, and that includes the chosen delivery channel, the number of recipients, the subject line. So all we have left is to hit send, and there we have it. Now, if we were to choose SMS as our delivery channel instead of email, this would be where we enter the text message content. Now the text message that your clients will receive contains both the text that you enter here along with a link to view the full campaign. There are 2 other things to notice on this dialog. The first is that the system asks you what you want to do for clients whose phone number is not on record. So you can choose to send them the campaign via email instead. The second thing is the checkbox on the bottom. So if this is the second time you're sending this specific campaign, you'll see this checkbox, and it offers you to avoid resending the campaign to clients that have already received it. So you don't have to worry about sending something twice. And here's what your clients will see when you send this campaign. So on the left, you see the SMS message itself, and you see the link at the bottom. When clicking on the link, and that's the image on the right, that's the full campaign that they arrive at. So completely mobile friendly, really cool. SMS marketing, guys, not that scary, I promise. Great, you've sent your campaign, but work isn't over just yet. It's really important to track your results, to look at the delivery stats, look at the client actions, really determine how your campaign performed. So look out for client inquiries. Offering a prompt reply to engage clients will really go a long way. So be on the lookout for those. Cleaning up your email list after a campaign is also a best practice. So editing or removing invalid email addresses will make sure that your next email goes out smoothly. And also remember your successful campaigns so you can reuse them. Could be in the month, could be in a year, but remember those. Let's talk about tracking your campaign results a bit. So Visita campaigns are 100% result oriented, and that's something that really distinguishes Visita from other software solutions that are email marketing and SMS marketing. We really believe that tracking open rates and click rates, that's important, but measuring the real business results is crucial if you want to understand the effectiveness of your campaign. Visita really helps you understand how your campaigns are impacting your bottom line because you measure how many recipients actually booked the appointment, registered for the event, or made the payment. And these built-in analytics really provide real-time data, so you can start tracking as soon as you send a campaign. Let's go ahead and take a look. Here's our campaign, Vegan Thanksgiving, and we go ahead and hit View Stats. Here you can see all the clients that your email was sent to. You can see how many viewed the campaign, how many clicked on the button, how many actually registered for the workshop. You can also see the emails that bounced, which means that either the server didn't accept the email, maybe because the recipient's mailbox was full, or maybe the address simply doesn't exist. When Visita detects that it's a permanent bounce, the email address is going to be added to a bad emails list that we have, and we're going to block future email campaigns from being sent out to that client, even if you include them on your recipient list. And this is all just to increase your deliverability and make sure that your emails arrive to the right place. Let's go ahead and look at this client, Ronald. So we can hover over these 4 little icons and take a look at exactly when, date and time, he viewed the campaign, clicked the button, registered for the workshop, and that's really cool. You have all the information. Another thing you could do is filter this view to see the list of clients who clicked or who registered. So here we can see the 2 clients that actually registered to the workshop from this campaign. So it was sent out to 6 clients, 2 viewed it, clicked it, and were engaged. That's 33%. That's a really high percentage of engagement. And you're going to see these 2 clients here on the event page. This is the attendee list on the right, and you can see that these 2 clients have registered. When you look at the client registration, whether you see it in your Visita inbox or maybe on the client card itself, you're going to see that the source of registration was your email campaign right there at the top. So it's really easy to track where did clients come from. Everything that we just showed can be done from your mobile app. Visita has both an Apple and an Android mobile app. It's completely free, so go ahead and download it today if you haven't already. It's really important. It's what allows you to kind of take your business on the go and do everything from anywhere. So you can see it's very mobile friendly. It's very clear. Personally, I'm an iPhone kind of girl, so this is my screen. Now, remember that when we selected our campaign recipients, we chose vegan clients? Let's take a look at how that's done. And I'm already seeing some questions in the questions box about that, so this chapter is for you guys. So the way to create client groups for your email campaigns is to add client tags. That would group your clients with common attributes. And in our example, that would be our vegan clients. Let's take a look at several ways to add client tags. If you want to tag one single client, you can just go ahead into your clients page. Let's look at this client, Dina Hooper. Go ahead and click on her. And this is her client card. You can see all her information and history on this page. And you can add tags here. You can either add an existing tag by selecting it from the drop-down. These are tags that were already added to other clients, so they're kind of ready-made. And you can just go ahead and add the tag, or you can enter a new tag, of course. Remember to use either a single word or underscores. And of course, tags are not visible to your clients in any way. They're completely internal, so don't worry about that. I get that question a lot, and I think a really important clarification. You can also add tags to multiple clients at once. So if you have several clients that you want to tag, go ahead, select them from the checkbox on the left, and hit Add Tags on the top menu. And then we're going to go ahead and tag these clients with menu 1. And that's going to group all clients that are on this specific diet plan. And I could do a lot of things with this tag. For our example, we would be targeting them for a campaign, but you can also perform other bulk actions when you have client tags set up. Another cool thing is that you can filter your client list by any client card field from your intake form. So if you're using our website widget and you have clients filling in information about themselves when they either leave a contact request or book their first appointment, you can go ahead and ask them something like, what's your nutritional preference? So let's go ahead and filter by that. And we're going to select all the clients that filled in either vegan or vegetarian, pretty similar target audience, and you can tag them for relevant announcements and promotions. Another thing that many users ask us is if they can import their clients with tags in the first place. So the answer is yes, and here's how to do it. When you go ahead and hit import, you're going to see your instructions. So let's say you have an Excel file with your clients. Before you upload your Excel, you just want to make sure that you have the correct column headers. And here's what your Excel is going to look like. You're going to have your first name, last name, email address, and then your tags. And just separate them as seen here. Don't worry, you don't need to remember this. All you have to do is take a look at the instructions we have for you here, and you can also download a sample CSV file so you don't even have to type in these column headers. You can just copy it from there. So let's go ahead and take some questions from the audience. I know we have a lot of them. We had a lot of them throughout the webinar. So let's go ahead and Omri, take it from here.
So the first question we have here is there a limit to how many times I can send a campaign?
So hi, Omri. My name is Shelly, and I'm happy to join. That's a good question. So the simple answer is no. There's no limit. You can always send the campaign again and again. There's a certain number of clients you can send in one click, but you can always go again and send it to more clients. You do have an option though to clone a campaign and then send it. Why would you like to clone it? For example, if you want to track different statistics because you're sending the campaign to different population of clients and you want to see different behaviors, check what change, or just change one small thing and see the effect, then you can clone it and then get a separate set of statistics.
Okay. The second question we have here is, what is the character limit for SMS text messages?
Okay, so text message is actually limited to 160 characters in English and less in non-English languages. That's why we need to limit the amount of text you write. So the SMS text message looks like a pitch, something like your subject line for the email, and the link to the actual campaign where you can see it on the website, whether it's desktop or mobile, you can see it there. So the total number of characters is the text plus the link. The link is approximately like 20, 25 characters, etc. So since we wanted to make it easier for you, we just added like a small counter next to the text input. So we calculate the text you wrote plus the links that you don't actually see, and then we tell you if you reached the limit.
Okay. The third question we have here is, can I bring in mail lists from other sources, such as MailChimp, for example?
Right, so first you can do what Ronnie showed earlier, is import any Excel or CSV file with clients that you can take from any software. But if you want to do live integration, we do have integration options. The main one is through Zapier. Zapier, if you're not familiar with it, is a tool that lets you connect between any third party to Visita. So for example, you can create a zap between MailChimp and Visita and sync contacts. And then any contacts created in Visita will go to Zap and vice versa. We also have many integration options there. So you can just sync contacts and then use them for campaigns.
Okay. The next question is, what subscription do I need to be on to send campaigns?
Okay, so campaigns are in business and platinum plans. But since we wanted to let everyone try it out, we've made sure that everyone have 3 campaigns to test. So you can go ahead, create a campaign, send it, see how you like it, and later on decide if you want to upgrade for that, if you're not already a business or platinum user.
Okay. Another very important question is, can clients unsubscribe from my campaigns? And if they do, how do I track that?
Okay, so that's a very important question because it's very important in promotional materials and promotional emails to let clients be able to unsubscribe. We've added an unsubscribe link at the bottom of your email. So when a client will click it, they'll reach a page saying you have successfully unsubscribed and stopped receiving new campaigns from you. You don't need to do anything. If you want to see which client unsubscribed, you can always go to the clients page. You'll see the filter pane on the right. At the bottom, you'll see unsubscribed clients, so you can filter by that and see that. You can also export that list. Another like small tip, because it's sometimes people ask, when you look at the clicked statistics, the campaign clicked, we're not counting clicks on unsubscribe link because that will just be confusing. So clicks there is real clicks, while unsubscribe is not counted as a click. With SMS, it might be more complicated. We added the unsubscribe link not to the text message itself, but to the campaign. So when the user gets the SMS, clicks to view the campaign, at the bottom, they'll see an unsubscribe link. Now, it's also common, especially in the US, to be able to just write the clients, reply stop to cancel, stop, S-T-O-P. And when they reply that, they should be unsubscribed. And we support that. It's actually mandatory to support that, and we support that. So if you want to add to the end of your text message that message, you're able to. We didn't add it by default, but you can go ahead and add it.
Okay. And the final question for today is, how do I avoid a high bounce rate, and what do I do if I exceed my bounce rate limit? Okay. The final question we have for today is, how do I avoid a high bounce rate, and what do I do if I exceed my bounce rate limit?
Okay, so I don't know if everyone are familiar with bounce rate. So a bounce, there are 2 types of bounces, a soft bounce and a hard bounce. A hard bounce meaning the email you try to send to doesn't even exist, or things like that. And a soft bounce means there was a temporary problem delivering. Regardless of which type of bounce it is, if you're getting too many of them, the sender's email and the servers are counting you as bad sender, like either a spammer and things like that, and then your emails might get into the spam folder. So you don't really want to have that. In order to avoid that, it's important to know which clients you're going to send the campaigns to and make sure that it's a valid list of clients with valid emails. What Visita does to help you with that is if we see a certain email that's been bounced too many times, or it's hard bounce, meaning there's no need to retry, then we automatically block this email. Meaning that even if you try to send that email, you'll get a message from us saying it's a blocked email. We're not sending it again. You can also find them if you're going to the clients page on the filter pane. You'll see blocked clients, and you can find them, delete those records, or edit them, contact your clients, find the right emails, etc. So it's really important that before you're sending campaigns, you're making sure that your list is clean. If a client bounced in a previous campaign, make sure to change it before sending it again.
Great, thank you. Thanks for that. We're going to go ahead and reply for any more questions that you guys have. You can still type them in, and we'll get back to you via email. I do want to stress that we're here for you guys if you need any help. Our support team is here to help you figure out, all the bits and bytes of sending campaigns. I think all of our users have started trying this out with the three test campaigns. So even if you are on the free plan or one of our smaller subscriptions, you can go ahead and send three test campaigns and get the taste of it. And for you webinar participants, we also have a special offer, which is 30% off our business or platinum subscriptions, and those include sending unlimited campaigns. So to take advantage of this offer, you can go ahead and upgrade your account. From your account, go ahead and click upgrade and use the coupon code CAMP2017, and that will give you 30% off. If you need any help with that or have any more questions, please reach out to our support team. We're always here to help. Our contact information via email or phone number is written here. Our email is support@visita.com. You can also give us a call at 855-824-8244, and we're available Monday through Friday between 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. Pacific time. Now, we will be sending you guys a recording of this webinar, so look out for that in your inbox. And I want to go ahead and ask you to take a short survey at the end in a minute and give us some input as to what additional features you would like to be seen added for the campaigns module. So thank you so much for attending. I really hope to see you again soon. Good luck with your email and SMS campaigns. Bye-bye.